Hey, thanks for tuning in. My name's Shane and you're watching The Lever Monkey. Welcome in. This is part 4 of the video series on decision making. So we're starting off here. This is the end of the dig. I have the manhole is right behind me, and we are putting in the last bit of piping here. Some of you subscribers will recognize this is a time-lapse video that I posted a little while ago, but I'm still going to talk over it and give you guys a little bit of knowledge on what's going on here. So what we've got going on is we're just doing the same routine that we changed to. You saw in the last video where I dig, I lay the pipe, put the vibra plate in, compact everything, rock over the pipe, and start digging the next set while everyone stands around and waits on me. So here in a little bit after this is over, we're gonna change things once again. We'll bring in, since you can see here on the right hand side, we now have access to the side of the trench. And we'll bring Jesse back in and have him set the pipe and do all that stuff while I continue to dig all the way to the manhole so we can try and finish this in one day. Alright, so here I have finished the dig. We are now rocking the bottom of the trench under pipe, getting grade set for the pipeline to go in. So here I hook up to the vibra plate, drop it in, they run it over it, get it compacted, I pull it back out, and then if we need more rock or anything, we do that. But no, we're good. Drop the pipe in, the guys will stab it in, and then I'll grab my bucket again. Loader hand drops more rock in my rock box, and I just cover it up. Then we'll put the vibra plate back in and keep going. And then I start my next set while they finish that. If you look off to the right side of me, you can see the loader hands running around, bringing pipe over, putting rock in the rock box when needed. And it's just generally he's taking care of business. And he's also doing other things, unloading trucks when needed. And he just takes care of things. And the loader hand's very important on these projects because he keeps things moving. He keeps supplying everyone that needs something supplied to them. Whether it be helping backfill, push dirt into the hole, and then jump forward and put rock in the ditch, or rock in a rock box, brings pipe, brings a vibra plate, brings tools. He's a general gopher on a large scale. So he gets things all the way down from screwdrivers, hammers, and whatever the pipe layers need to being able to bring us pipe and manhole material, anything else that's required for what we're doing at the time. So here I'm just trying a new angle. See if you guys like this or not. We've got some things happening on the outside with the pipe laying going on. This is where Jesse's going to be coming in here in a second. While you can still watch me dig from an outside angle, you'll be able to see what goes on up top with the guy, top man, moving things around, getting things ready to go into the hole. So here you just got Jesse announcing, hey, I'm on my way in, get your crap out of my way. So we're just getting cleaned up. Andy's moving things around. He's being top man for right now. And Jesse's going to come in, he's going to lay pipe, put rock over the pipe and under the pipe, and do everything that I was doing while I can continue to dig and make progress a little bit faster than we were with me doing all the extra stuff. So right now Jesse's going to move my big bucket out of the way and make room for himself to get in. So here Jesse's hooked up to the fiber plate. They're going to move into position. He's going to set it down in the hole. Now Jesse's still on the 350. It doesn't have quite the reach that it really should have, and there are ways to improve that. A longer strap or chain on the rig will allow him to reach further out, because these machines, when you dip them down into the hole, they move in an arc. So that arc, basically, the further down you go, the closer the boom, or the closer the hook point gets to the walls, or closer to the machine. So reaching further down in the hole will cause some problems if you're too far away. So he's able to get it done and just reach far enough in there, but it's always recommended. I always recommend a little bit longer chain or strap. That way you can have further reach to reach that center of trench. So here Jesse backs up because he's worried about caving in the hole. Even though he's running a lighter machine and even the 870 would be fine on it. But you always want to square up your machine to the hole. That way the majority of your weight's further away from the edge. And since we do have a bench out there, there is a less likelihood of him actually caving it in. So now we're going on to rocking either over pipe, or he's rocking bottom of ditch. So either way, he's throwing a little rock in there. You can see him with his bucket on backwards. I prefer turning the bucket the right way and reaching a little bit further, because I like to see how the rock moves out of the bucket instead of relying on just the rock that's falling out of it to predict what is going to happen. So if you can reach out a little further, a little higher, and be able to see the rock coming out of the bucket, it's much better to have the bucket on the right way instead of the backwards way. You can see Andy standing right next to the boom, right in the sight line of Jesse, so that way he doesn't really have to take his eyes off of what he's doing, and he can see the machine moving and see the hand signals being given for rocking the ditch. This is a very good practice to do. And there goes the loader carrying a flat top manhole lid for either another crew or just moving it out of the way for something else. So on fairly large projects, you'll get random people just walking by your area of work, and it's something you gotta get used to having happen on large projects, is people just walking around. You've got other trades happening once construction starts on buildings and things like that. You've got your iron workers, cement guys, just all your other trades, and they don't understand the danger that we pose to them. So when you have people come in, you've really got to take notice. Hopefully you've got a ground guy that, hey, listen, there's somebody over here, or watch out, there's a guy over here, to make sure that you know, that everyone knows that there's a guy walking around in the area. Usually you develop a sixth sense, kind of, as you work in the trade long enough as an operator. You get a sense that, hey, somebody's sneaking up on me, I better take a look. And usually your gut instinct is correct. You've got mirrors, if you've got them set up right, as you're swinging around and doing things, you use your peripheral vision to notice extra movement that's not supposed to be there. You should be keeping a head count of all your laborers and other operators of where are they and what are they doing. So at this point, this is the end of our day. We're just getting wrapped up. I'm finishing whatever I can get done right before quitting time. Then we're moving on to Monday. Good morning, monkeys. It is Monday morning. We are at that manhole. I am moving around. I got a bucket of drain rock on me, and I'm gonna go get my small bucket on. You guys are gonna shovel out right in front of the manhole. We had a little bit of water in there from draining out of the rock. So they pumped it out, cleaned it up, and now I'm going to go in there, drop in the small digging bucket, and they're going to just shovel out whatever they want to shovel out. Then I've got some drain rock to dump in there, and then we can finish laying the pipe and tie it all into the manhole. This will be the last day on this project. For this, we still got backfill to do, and there's still stuff to come out of that middle manhole. So we'll get all that done today. We'll start on the backfill. Backfill, we're having issues with moisture in the fill material. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so they're shoveling out right now into the bucket, cleaning out the last little bit of mud that I can't get, and toss the material out. Now we're going to the big bucket that has the drain rock in it. Loader's on standby just in case we need some more. And we're going to continue on, get this pipe laid, and start backfill and get moving. Do a little shake test before swinging the bucket out over everyone's head. So here, what I was talking about earlier about being able to see your rock roll out of your bucket, you can watch the material in the back of the bucket versus what's just coming out the teeth of the bucket or just the front of it. So I usually watch the actual material in the bucket if it's binding up, getting ready to fall out in one giant clump or something. With drain rock, not a big issue. It tends to roll. So you just come in, shake a little, shake a little, shake a little, and it trickles right out to the quantity that you need. That's not too fast, not too slow. So another thing I like doing, if you noticed just previously, as I'm shaking the material, I keep the teeth in line with just above the laborer's head, so that way I can see their hand signals, even through the rock falling out. Either I've got the spotter up on the top left, which is harder to see. I prefer to watch the guys in the hole for their hand signals rather than the spotter if I can see them. There's another one of those hand signal moments that you need to understand. He's going to tell me that's enough, come on around, grab the whacker, move it up to the front.
Away while I track out.
And hurry up. Gonna find out real quick.
Got that shackle.
It should fit. Alright, so in this instance, you can see I've angled the camera downward more, and they're throwing hand signals letting me to move to the right. From the camera angle, you guys can see everything. From where I am in the seat, all I see is about from their shoulders up. So I'm relying on hand signals 100% to know where to go. Smile for the camera. You know this thing's not a toilet. Unfortunately, on many jobs, you run into this problem. The nearest blue room is way too far, and you've really got to go, so you go where you got to go. So here all I'm doing is I'm just moving the compactor from on top of the pipe to in front of the pipe. So they're compacting the lower section. So compaction's boring. Let's speed this up a little bit, get this done. So now we're just going to get around to putting pipe in. We're going to measure the last couple of pieces here. I'm going to put in a cut piece, so we've cut the bell off of it, so that way we can put a coupler on it. We'll use a short piece, which is required for us here for what we call a flex joint. So you'll have about a 2 to 3 foot pup coming out of the manhole with a rubber coupler, which is the flex joint, connected to the larger or the longer pipe. And that's how we're required to do all our manholes. Oh, you want to stabs it? So what we got going on is they've already got the pieces pre-cut, or we have some leftover pieces from somewhere else. So I'm going to take this pipe, he's going to clean it up a little bit. We're going to get any debris out from the inside of the pipe, which we do on every single pipe, and prep it for going in the hole. I am not a big fan of this, where you take the pipe, lift it up in the air, and then with the clamp that we're using, sometimes, especially on wet pipe, they can slide, and they won't let go, but they will slide. And this becomes a risky proposition to do something like this, but it is kind of necessary. I prefer a strap never ever use a chain on plastic pipe. It's just asking for trouble. Now the straps that they have that go around, the banding straps that pick up the RCP and other HDP and other things like that, those are fine. Again, you don't want to use any metal strapping devices on a plastic pipe. The clamps, however, are designed for grabbing onto them so they have a better grip. They're using the weight of the pipe to actually hold the clamp tighter on the pipe. So everybody's run off. I'm left to put the pipe over in the hole by myself. So I got the truck in the way, and I got a few other items that are in the way. So now I got my pipe spinning around in a circle. We've got to stop it, so it's going to hit the whacker. It'll stop spinning, and we still have to put the pipe in down to the guys in the right direction. You see one end of the pipe is beveled and the other is not. The end that is beveled is going into the bell of the previous pipe, and the flat side goes towards the manhole. So I need to make sure that this goes in the hole the right way. So I'm going to smack it on the compactor over here, get it to start to rotate, and then I'm going to get it down there in a timely fashion to where it meets them when it's in a straight line. Now remember, I've been doing this for years, and I know just how much to tap the pipe to get it to spin at the right amount and the amount of speed I need to move to get the pipe down there at just the right moment for them to grab onto it so it's not smacking the walls. Alright, so it's time for the small piece. They're going to throw that down in there. They're going to measure it, make sure it's going to fit. They pre-measured it and cut it once. I'm sure we're going to put it in the hole and we'll cut it a second time. Just remember, if anything's worth doing, it's worth doing twice.
Big pipe coming in.
Yep, so now that we put the down in the hole, brought it back out of the hole, and got it cut to the right size, now we'll send it back down, get it hooked up, and we will be done with the tie-in on it. Pipe delivery. It's a 30-inch. Okay, so they're packing up the truck. Loader's waiting for me because he knows we're going to be putting in a lot of rock over the top of this pipe. And then we'll be done with this after it gets compacted, and I'll move on to the next phase. So we've got one more little bit to do, so we'll at least get one more video out of this series, just so you guys can see the completion of what we did here. Not really a whole, I don't know if there's, I could probably chalk up a little bit of decision making into that video as well. It's going to be a little stub out that heads between those towers, towards the towers. It's only like a 20-foot stub, but you'll get to see what happens. There's a little surprise in there as well. So we'll finish this one up and see if we can get out to that next one next week. So one of the important parts of dropping rock on pipe that's exposed or covering pipe, you don't want to just go in there bomb it in, because what'll happen is you can hit the, if you don't hit the center of the pipe and allow rock to go on both sides of the pipe, if you dump it on one wall, all that rock rushes down, hits the pipe, and pushes the pipe to one side. Now you've screwed up your alignment and possibly even your grade, so it can actually push the pipe against the wall and lift the pipe. Now they've got to go in, hand dig all that rock out, and install the pipe to the right location, make sure everything's flat again or on grade again. And if you're doing like we are with this sewer system where it's only 0.32%, that's flat. I mean, there's like no fault of that at all. It's just enough to get things moving and to the lift station. So one of the things our company does for quality control is we have our own GPS guys. They come out and they will survey top of our pipes, location of manholes, valves, everything, to ensure that we're installing everything correctly and not just blowing it in and hoping for the best.
Try and get the boom out of the way so the GPS can pick up the satellites.
Hey monkeys, if you made it to the end, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Leave me a comment below on what you thought about the video. If you got any questions about anything, put them in there. I'll answer them as best I can, and I'm usually pretty quick to answer after the video is posted. And even after, I'm real active in the comments. So right now I don't get enough comments to really get overwhelmed. Just let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. We'll see you in the next video.